So, I was just watching Superman Lois last night, catching up with it and everything, and it got me thinking, we've got 2 new Superman costumes in this show that I haven't put in any of my rankings before. And you guys know that I love Superman, and I love a good suit ranking. So that's what we're doing today, and yeah, just a word ahead of things, these are going to be just blue suits on this list. There'll be no black suits, no special variants or anything like that. Because look, put it this way, I've got a bias towards classic looking blue Superman suits. So it's not really fair to compare a black suit to a blue suit. So yeah, that's why we're just doing blue suits on this list. And they're just mainstream ones, so don't expect it in the black and white shows or the Dean Cain one or anything like that. Okay? Okay. Let's do this. In 9th place, we have the Tyler Hoechlin Arrowverse suit. It's pretty much known by now that I don't like this suit at all. And, nothing's changed. The suit was just rough looking. It was very baggy. The shade of blue was, like, all wrong. It looked like he was wearing a fucking pair of jeans over his whole entire body. He had these massive foam cape panels that didn't even connect to the cape, which just looked like he had 2 massive suit belts on him. This really chunky belt and chunky boots. Yeah, no, this thing had no flow or form to it whatsoever. It was incredibly fabricy looking, but they still tried to have this kind of chainmail all over it, which really didn't work. The emblem was actually okay. That was probably the best thing about this suit. But yeah, no, this was just a second-rate Superman suit for what felt like at that time a very second-rate Superman. In 8th place, we have the Superman suit from 2017's Justice League. So behind the scenes, this suit was just like the Batman v Superman suit, but with much more pronounced muscles and details on the suit, with a very metallic undersuit going on as well, to really bring out those highlights. The reason for this was so that the color of the suit could be changed in post, in accordance with what Zack Snyder wanted to do and what he was allowed to do. Zack wanted to change it to the black suit to coincide with Superman's resurrection in the comics, and failing that, they could rework it back into the blue suit and kind of just dim the highlights on that suit. It was designed to have a lot of post-production work done to it, and they did none of it in 2017. So what you get is this incredibly metallic looking fake muscle suit, which looks straight out of the mid-90s and makes Superman look like an oiled up naked man. All you need to do is add nipples to this costume and then you're all there. Even the coloring of this is just all wrong. He looks like a fucking Gumby. 2017's Justice League was a fucking mess, and so was this suit. In 7th place, we have the Superman Returns suit from 2006. Superman Returns was supposed to be like a modern update / tribute to the Christopher Reeve Superman films, and this suit was meant to be like a modern update to the Christopher Reeve classic Superman suit. However, I must say, in the long run, this just looks a bit more dated. It's got some slightly more modern sensibilities, with the colors of the red being a little bit muted, but then the color of the blue is just that much more saturated and kind of bubblegummy looking. And Superman's blue bodysuit looks like a wetsuit. This looks like scuba gear. The belt has very much that look of, we tried to modernize this, but it just, again, it looks more dated than just the traditional belt. They tried to make the trunks a little more subtle by making them smaller, but they really just made them look all that bit more brief-like. The emblem being raised isn't a bad idea, but it's a lot smaller now, which, again, isn't a terrible idea. I think, once again, the logo is one of the better things about this look. On a whole, yeah, it's a fine suit, but as like a modern update of the Reeve suit, nah, this ain't it. In 6th place, we have Tyler Hoechlin's suit as worn in the Superman and Lois TV series. And this is just better across the board, along with the writing as well. Like, Tyler Hoechlin truly feels like Superman now in this suit and with the better writing of this show. I would say that this suit is, I guess, most comparable to the Man of Steel suit, except it's got some more New 52 sensibilities to it, in that the belt is now red, and yeah, I'd prefer it in gold, but this is fine, I guess. It's got muted colors over it, which is fine, they work well. The symbol on the chest is very classic looking. And there's a lot of really nice chainmail across this suit. The line work really complements the form as well. I'll say this, I think the muscle suit underneath is a bit too chunky, as I'm getting some Giga Chad vibes from the way Tyler Hoechlin looks in this suit. And He definitely doesn't look like that when he's Clark Kent, put it that way. But it's a good looking suit, and like, yeah, it's like a decent little midway point between the Man of Steel suit and something a bit more traditional. This is the first suit on this list that has me going like, yeah, that's a really good design, so like, we're on the good ones now. In 5th place, we have the Crisis on Infinite Earth suit. And we were this close to greatness. But there's just one tiny thing this suit just gets wrong for me, and it just kind of is a little distracting. For starters, Brandon Routh looks so much better in this suit than he did in the Superman Returns suit. He's probably a bit beefier now than he was back then, but man, does this suit complement that as well. And it's back to basics Superman. This is a classic Superman look, drawing a lot of inspiration from the Alex Ross Kingdom Come Superman costume, with that really chic new logo. And instead of the blue, red, and yellow color scheme, we got blue, red, and black instead. And I think that is the best Superman color scheme, frankly. It's simpler, it's a little more mature, but it still has that kind of ideal for hope kind of look to it. So what's wrong with this suit then? I feel like the neck cut on this suit goes way too low. There's way too wide of a berth showing off his chest and everything. It's kind of just a little bit weird to me, you know? Just a little odd. But like, other than that, this suit is golden. It's a good ass suit. I love it. In 4th place, we have the suit from Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. And yeah, this is how the Justice League suit was supposed to look when it was properly graded in post-production. And it looks fine. It looks really good. The chainmail is still there in full force, which I really like. The belt is very square-shaped, which works fine for me. The chainmail patterns are also very much present throughout the logo, which is a bit smaller than its predecessor from Man of Steel, but it's fine. The whole blue tone to this one is quite a bit darker looking. And again, the previous suit that came before this one had a lot of silver sort of line work around it. That's gone on this one. It's now all blue, and it's a bit more subtle. And yeah, it's a fine looking Superman suit. I, for one, really like it. It's very alien looking, very space agey. I think the chainmail is a little bit too present. I feel like they could just dial it back just a teeny bit. That I think would really help, especially if they maybe dialed it back on the chest emblem. That would probably be the best course of action. But still, it's a really good suit. One thing I'm not fond of, though, is while it is a lot more subtle than it is in Justice League, you can still see that fake six-pack under there. I'm not denying that Henry Cavill probably has incredibly chiseled abs, but, like, they're not going to show up through a thick rubber suit, though. And, like, I don't mind a little bit of sign of muscle under there, but this is too much. Again, it's kind of going back to that 90s sensibility of having these glorified rubber muscles underneath the supersuits. And yeah, no, it doesn't work for me, frankly. But other than that, it's fine. A little over-designed, obviously fake muscles, but it's fine. In 3rd place, we have the classic Superman suit as worn by Christopher Reeve, and just, yeah, this thing is just inspiring to look at. It's just unashamedly Superman. That's all I can really say about it, to be honest. Like, you look at it and you're just like, yeah, that's Superman. That's Superman as you expect him to look, and he looks great. It works really well in live action. It's still got that sort of circusy strongman look. It's very spandexy looking, but it's a great looking suit, especially when you see it in person. And like, my eyes were just really drawn to this thing at the DC exhibition. Like, I love this suit, man. Like, it's a look that still holds up today. It's immediately recognizable. It's completely unashamed of its identity. It oozes with confidence and hope. And that's how it's supposed to look. That's unmistakably Superman. And I love it. In 2nd place, we have the suit from Man of Steel. And this is how you modernize an iconic classic look. And again, this is how the suit from Batman v Superman should have just stayed. They had something really great here. Maybe they could have upped the color just a little bit on this. But like, other than that, this suit is perfect. The first thing you notice is they did away with the trunks. But they made it work. They made it work with this nice silver trim going around the suit, going around especially where sort of the trunks would be. It's going down the legs. It breaks up the blue in the way that the red trunks did. So it works really well. And this was the first Superman suit in live action to have this really alien look to it, and it works really well. The chainmail on it is more subtle than it was on the Batman v Superman suit, and it's all the better for it. It's a lot more subtle on the emblem as well, and the emblem is much bigger and more raised, and I think it looks so much better here. I really do like the colors of this suit. I think they could be up just a little bit, but I think it's a really good looking suit color-wise. And the muscle suit underneath isn't too much. It's actually believable that this could be his real six-pack. See, how could they mess this up later on? I don't get this, but still, I'm very grateful for this suit. It's a work of art. It's a tour de force in the sort of the modern Superman suit look, and I just adore this suit. Yeah, absolutely. And in first place, for the #1 best Superman suit, we have Tyler Hoechlin's Ruben Fleischer suit. I never expected my favorite Superman suit to come from a CW show, but there's this little montage at the start of the pilot episode where they show a bit of Superman's history on Earth, him meeting Lois Lane and such, and we see him wearing this perfect replica of the Fleischer brothers' Superman costume, complete with the black, gold, and red emblem on the chest, which I just adore. It's no secret that that's my favorite Superman emblem ever, and that's my favorite Superman look ever, and to see it confidently adapted into live action with all of the confident sensibilities of the Christopher Reeve suit, but with some of the practicalities of the modern day, for example, this suit looking a bit thicker and the emblem being quite raised. That is a Superman suit. And the fact is, he goes so far as to say his mum made it for him as well. So there's a rationality behind this suit design. They make it work really well. I would love to see Superman running around in a suit like this, and everything here is just, I guess maybe one thing that I guess they could improve a little bit is the belt is like a dark red. I think they could darken it just a little bit more though. But as it stands, this suit is just, this is the closest thing we got to the perfect Superman suit. This is what I want to see Superman in. I hope he gets this suit back later in the series. I've just found out that he does, but I'm not all caught up on Superman and Lois just yet. So please guys, refrain from spoilers in the comments below. And guys, please do remember, this is just a personal opinion, so if you see anyone that can't seem to grasp that concept in the comments below, please do point and laugh at them. But as it stands, comment below your lists and comment below what you think of this video. Your feedback means a lot to me, unless you didn't like it, in which case, then I don't care. Well, yeah. As well as that, in the description below is a link to my Twitter and other social media feeds, as well as the Patreon for if you want to be extra supportive, which is pretty epic. And I just want to give a quick shout out to the patrons in the $10 tier. That is Marcus Ward, Sirius the Skeptic, and Biotin Arts. You guys are the cream of the crop. And as for the rest of you, thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great day.